A warm greetings for the day. This is Chethan Kumar from Workneev, and I welcome all of you to this video on profit and loss. I have been publishing a number of videos on various aptitude topics, and if you have not watched them yet, I will give you the links of those videos in the description. Please have a check once you finish watching this. You can check them in the playlist section as well. As I mentioned earlier, today's video will be on the concept of profit and loss, and we will be covering 5 problems on the same that you are most likely to get in the upcoming exams. Without wasting much time, we will quickly get into problem number 1, but before that I have some basic concepts to share with you. And those concepts are the concept of profit. What is profit? Additional money you're getting on top of your investment is said to be profit. And in mathematical terms, I can write it as selling price minus cost price. And the second thing is the loss. What is the meaning of loss? How much amount you have lost on top of your investment. And this can be calculated as cost price minus selling price. And just by these two expressions, you can identify that in a case of profit, selling price will always be more compared to cost price. And in case of loss, selling price will always be lesser than cost price. You understood this too. And then couple of other formula. One is percentage profit. Percentage profit means how much profit you have made for every 100. And then you have one more, percentage loss, that is how much loss you have made for every 100. Now I'll fill these two gaps. Percentage profit, right? We are talking about profit in this case, and that's the reason why you have to take profit in the numerator divided by cost price. That means compared to your cost price, how much amount you have gained. That is your percentage profit. And what will be percentage loss in that case? Compared to your cost price again, how much loss you have incurred. Now these are the 4 things you need to know before you solve any problems on profit and loss. I believe that you have made a note of this. Now I will erase all of this and we'll quickly get started with problem number 1. Look at the question carefully, and answer choices are also available. You can pause this video for some time and then start solving the problem on your own. Then you can resume the video for the explanatory solution. Alright, we will move on to the solution part right now. I'll give you 2 techniques to solve this problem. One is the long cut and one more is your favorite shortcut. And the long cut would look something like this. And congratulations to people who have got 25% as the answer. That is the right answer, 25% gain. Now read the question. Gilbert sold every 36 copies of a famous novel at a price that he paid while buying every 45 of them. What is the percentage gain or loss after selling 36 novels? Now the first and foremost thing you need to identify here is whether it is a profitable transaction or Gilbert incurred loss in this transaction. How will you identify that? Something like this. See, he sold 36 copies of the novel at a price that he paid while buying every 45 of them. So, how much ever amount he invested while buying 45 items, he has got that after selling only 36 copies. So, this much investment he has got after selling only 36 items. Now, tell me, is it a profitable transaction or a transaction which involved in loss? Of course, it is a profitable transaction. You can eliminate 33.33% loss straight away. However, you need to know how to solve this problem, and let me just give you a long cut method to solve this, and the long cut is here. I'll explain this long cut first. You need to assume that the cost price of one novel be 1 rupee, and then the cost price of 36 novels will become 36 rupees, cost price of 45 novels will become 45 rupees. Simple calculation. And then selling price of 36 novels. Why am I calculating selling price of 36 novels? Because they are asking you to find out percentage gain or loss after selling 36 novels. I already know the cost price of those 36 novels and I need to know the selling price as well, right? And how will I find that? Selling price of 36 copies of the famous novel is equal to cost price of 45 of them. So this amount will be equal to cost price of those 45 novels, which already we know as 45 rupees. Now you know that cost price of 36 novels is 36 and selling price of 36 novels is 45. Now definitely selling price is more compared to cost price, right? It's a profitable transaction. So percentage profit can be calculated like whatever is the profit is the difference amount, right? Which is 9, and then cost price should be taken in the denominator, which is 36, and 9 ones are 9 fours are, and 1 by 4 into 100. So 4 ones are 4, 25 times answer is 25%, and that's the answer. Now this is the conventional method to solve the problem. Now let me give you a shortcut to find out the answer to this question. See here, every time whenever you get a problem like selling price of X items is equal to cost price of Y items, then you should always calculate the answer in this particular strategy. First of all, take the difference between X and Y, which is Y minus X or X minus Y, depending upon the question. Take this first, then divide it by the value associated with the selling price. Whatever number is there with the selling price, take that number in the denominator and then multiply it with 100. Alright, what is the value of Y? Selling price of 36 items is equal to cost price of 45 items, right? So value of Y is 45, value of X is 36, difference is 9, you already know that. And then in the denominator, you have to take the value associated with selling price. See, there is a difference. I am not telling you to take selling price in the denominator. I am asking you to take the number which is associated with selling price. There is a difference. So I'll take the number that is associated with selling price and into 100 will give me the answer. 9 ones are, 9 fours are, 100 divided by 4, 25%. See, rather than writing down all these things and then getting the answer, it is better if you can directly take the difference between them, which is 9 divided by value associated with selling price, which is 36. See, here itself you got the answer within one step, just after reading the sentence. I think that everyone has understood the explanation for problem number 1. We will move on to question number 2. So question number 2 is available for all of you over here. Read the question and try to solve the problem. Alright, we will move on to the solution part right now. By selling an article at rupees 800, a shopkeeper makes a profit of 25%. At what price should he sell the article so as to make a loss of 25%? Here also, I'll provide two techniques to solve the problem. One is the conventional long cut and one more is the shortcut. Look at here. Selling price already mentioned as 800 and profit involved in this transaction is 25%. And you know that selling price in this case is 125% of the cost price. Why is that? Because if you consider the total price or total cost price as 100%, profit is 25%, right? This is 25% profit. And selling price means it is 100% of the cost price plus 25% extra of the cost price, which is 125% of the cost price, and that's what is written in this step. Selling price is 125% of the cost price. So if I want the cost price, then take this 100 to the other side, it will become 800 into 100. How did I get this 800? Because selling price is given as 800 already. So I am calculating for cost price, take all the entities to the other side. So 800 into 100 divided by 125. So that gives me the cost price as 640. Now they are asking you to find out if the item is sold at 25% loss, then what could be the selling price. Now cost price is 640, right? And if 25% is lost out of this 640, what is the value? It is 1 by 4th of 640. 4 ones are 4 16s are, and you got 160. That means he has to lose 160 rupees out of this 640. 640 minus 160 is 480. Now this is the long cut method to find out the answer. But what is the shortcut? See, shortcut also looks somewhat similar, but I can avoid all this calculation if you just look at it. Now the shortcut technique to solve this problem is always take the cost price as 100 and in the numerator take the selling price, which is always 100 plus percentage value given over here, which is 125. Now this gives me the fraction selling price divided by cost price, and value of this fraction will be 5 by 4, right? I am cancelling with 25 stable. Now this is selling price divided by cost price. Just an assumption, it will always be in the ratio 5:4. Now I already know the selling price, which is 800, and you need to find out the cost price first. How will you find it out? Something like this. How will you make 5 into 800? How will you convert this 5 into 800? Definitely this number should be multiplied by certain entity, right? What is that number? Then you should multiply the same number with the denominator to get the cost price here. If you don't know how to do this, just divide 800 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 3 goes there, 5 6 are 30, and then 0 as it is. So that means your assumption is wrong. Reality is 160 times of your assumption. In that case, that is true for the cost price as well. 160 times, which is 640. You got to know that your selling price you knew already. Now you got to know the cost price is 640. And then they're asking you, if 25% loss happened, then what should be the selling price? 25% of 640 you already know, which is 1 by 4th of 640, which is 160. Now if you subtract 160 from 640, what is the answer? You can do it like this. Don't subtract. If you don't have to subtract this, complete the number starting from the lowest number. 160 is the minimum number, right? Complete the number until 640. First of all, make it to 200. You need 40 extra. Now 200 to 640, how much extra is there? 440 extra is there. So total difference will be 480 rupees, and that is the answer to this problem. I believe that question number 2 is also clear for everybody. We'll move on to question number 3. By selling an article for rupees 600 more, Karthik would have made 5% profit on his sale instead of a 11% loss. What was his cost price? Now, before we move on to the explanation of problem number 3, we'll see what is the right answer to this problem, which is 3750. And to solve this kind of problems, you should have a clear idea what exactly is a cost price. See, cost price means the amount at which the item is purchased. That is cost price. And in this case, he is already making 11% loss. Now in the value scale, we'll consider that this is the value which is more than the cost price, and towards the left side it is the value lesser than the cost price. He is making 11% loss already, and we'll imagine cost price is here in this point, and currently he is standing at this point, which is 11% loss. Okay, 11% of what? 11% of cost price, and that is this amount from here to here. He is standing here. Now they are saying that if he had sold the item for rupees 600 more, he would have made a profit of 5%. That means if he sold it to 600 more, he would have got 5% profit. 5% of what? Cost price. Now he is currently standing here, but if he sold it for 600, he would have stood over here. Now you tell me, what is this distance from this point, that is point number 1 to point number 2, what is the total distance? Distance means 11% of cost price is here, 5% of cost price is here, which is total of 16% of cost price. And that 16% of cost price difference is 600. So that directly brings me to the conclusion, 16% of the cost price is 600. Now you need to find out how much is 100% of the cost price, because in the previous problem also I told you 100% should be considered the cost price, right? So how to find it out? Very simple calculation. I'll do this. If 16% of the cost price is 600, tell me what is 4%. See, there is a reason why I am taking 4% value right now, because 16 into something will not give me 100 at any cost, but 4 into something will give me 100 for sure. And that is the reason why I am converting this 16 into 4, because it is easier for me to do just by dividing this value by 4. 16 divided by 4 will give me 4. If I divide the left hand side by 4, the right hand side should also be divided by 4, which is 150. Now tell me what is 100% of the cost price. I will write it here. If 4% is 150, how much is 100%? If you really fond of 100 into 150 divided by 4, you can do that, but I will do like this. This is easier for me. 4 into 25 will give me 100. In that case, I need to do 150 into 25. How much is the answer? 150 into 10 will give me 1500. And 150 into 20 means one more 1500 is there. And lastly, 150 into 5 is there, right? Which is half of 1500, which is 750. Your final answer is 3750. I hope the explanation for this problem is clear to you. Now we'll move on to the next problem. Question number 4 for all of you is over here, and the answer choices are also available. Let's see what the right answer to this particular question is. Answer to this question is 32%. And to solve this problem, people would prefer two techniques. One is the set of people who go for long cut technique, and another is the set of people who go for smart cut technique. I'll give you the long cut first. What they do is they initially take 1000 rupees as the value of the item. This is the value of the item, and then they get 15% discount on this, right? Now tell me, 15% discount means 150 rupees. This much discount has been given already. Now the value of the product will become 850 rupees, right? After this discount is applied. Now on top of this 850 rupees, they get 20% discount. And what is 20% of 850? 10% of 850 is 85. then 20% will be double of that 85, right, which is 170 rupees. Now after this second discount, the price of the item will become 850 minus 170, which is 680. Now compared to the initial price of 1000 rupees, this 680, how much less it is? 320 rupees less. And if in terms of percentage, if you can calculate, it is something like this. 10 ones are 10, 32 times answer is 32%. Now this is the conventional method of solving. See, you need to know the percentage concept to find out the answer to this. Now I have a shortcut technique also for you. I will erase this first. And the shortcut says that successive discount, if you have to find out the successive discount, then the formula says that whatever will be the values, right, x, y, or even if z is there, okay, the same technique will be applicable. Time being, I'll take for x and y. Successive discount, if x percentage and y percentages are given, then it can be calculated like x plus y minus x into y divided by 100. Now the substitution, 15 plus 20 minus 20 into 15 will be 300 divided by 100. So this entire value becomes 3. 20 plus 15 is 35. 35 minus 3 will be 32%, and that's the answer to this question. Okay, so I hope that it is clear for everybody, and now you need to tell me the answer to my question. I'll change the question a little bit. Okay, what will be your answer if it is given something like this? If the customer gets a successive discount of 25% and 20%, then what is his overall discount? Let me know the answer to this question in the comment. I am looking forward to your response in the comment. Alright. Now we'll move on to the last problem of this video, and this problem I'm not going to explain in this video. I will make a separate video for this, and there you will find the explanation of this problem. But I want all of you to make a note of this problem and try to give me the solution in the comment. Your question is here. Post your explanatory solution in the comment. That brings us to the final part of this video. Thank you so much for watching this, and all the best for all your upcoming aptitude tests. Before you go out of this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon, and to post your queries, inputs, or suggestions in the comment. With that said, I will take your leave until I come up with a fresh new concept in the next video. This is Chethan Kumar wishing you an amazing day ahead.